What do I do with this thing? Tuck it. Like, oh, tap out. Oh, it's midnight here. Look at that, healing. Ever so slowly. My dad had 2 things taken off 2 days ago. And his back looks better than my face. Yeah, I know. What am I do? Oh, there's this thing right there. It's a thing. It's not fat. This is fat. This is something else. Suppose I should make this live chat so I can see myself mostly. And move this way. Go. That way, get the dog in. I'm sure you can see that. Well, hey. Hi, Amy. Over here. Come on up. Meet Scarf the mod. Are you the mod? Are you the mod? I forget I don't have to type. I can talk. I'm overcoming my disabilities. Amy the mod. He just changed his name recently. He's in Arizona. Goodness gracious. I've been through so many channels recently. Now he's like sort of the spirit, I think. And he watches the Patriot Hour. I don't know what the Patriot Hour is. Yeah, panhandling. Right on. There you go. Yeah, I know. It disturbed me so bad when I came across his channel. I came across his channel from Central Happenings Network, CHN, Bellagio. Yep, he's in Arizona. Spent my first 30 years in Arizona, except for a couple of journeys to California and Florida. I'd only seen snow to play in 3 times when I was 30 years old. And then I moved to Vermont. Yeah, I learned snow. Come on. Come here. Hey. Mister. There we go. That's better. You're the star, bud. No one wants to look at me. They don't want to look at you. Because you're a handsome devil. Yes, you are. Here we go. Oh, yes. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I try to look at his fence and I'm curious. Well, that doesn't work. How about that? And I try to figure out if he's in Chandler Yeah, lake effect snow. I know what that one is. Yeah, lake effect snow. Oh goodness. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I've kind of pictured you now. Oh, you were vaping, right? Wasn't that like kind of our last conversation? Was you were vaping? And you, yeah, right. And you just picked up some nicotine. So funny. So I got this, but I asked for coffee. I'm a little like, I want coffee. So this, not my favorite flavor, but that's what they had at the time. Hey, Star. Um, oh, great. You all know each other already. um, so this is the 75 milligram. And when, so I fill up to like here with the nicotine juice, and then I put in like 5 drops to take the chamber up to there. And rusticity, hey, rusticity. Yeah, everyone's looking around. I tried to get Yoshi to take my channel. I have another channel, and but I think what the problem is that he used his same phone number on each of the 3 times that he's yeah, tobacco flavor, that's for sure. Um hey, Based, I know who you are too. um but I think he used the same phone number for all 3 channels. And like the first time when both of us got disappeared, um as in erased, our channels were erased, even our comments. One of the caveats was that we weren't allowed to make another YouTube channel. So I ended up, because you have to verify your live stream with phone number. It used to not be that way. It used to just be you could do that with your email, and but they didn't let me do that this time. So I called up my dad and I was like, "Hey, Dad, you're gonna get a text. I need you to send me the confirmation code." He used his phone number, and then for which one am I on? Buried. I'm on buried. No, I'm on grounded. So for buried, then they needed it again, and so then I did use my own phone number, but I don't particularly care about that. And so that's what I think is going on with Yoshi, is that he's using the same phone number too many times, and maybe they'll boost up champagne, but that's for sure. All right, yes, I, as you can see, have essential tremor. No, except for CBD. Otherwise, if I held up my hand without using this, it would look like it looked like it looked like that. It would be terrible. Yeah, definitely good for the body. All right, so yeah, hey, start. Oh, and I just commented on your video just a little bit ago, Star. Hi. Yeah. Whoops, dog went away. Where you going? Come back up. Come back up top. No one wants to look at me. Oh, yeah, it really works. Dun, dun, dun. Come here. Oh, got to entice him with the mirror. What am I looking at? Oh, what am I looking? Well, oh no, he's used to that game. I'm pretty sure I did, or maybe I just watched something. No, I'm pretty sure I commented. I tried to comment when I watch. Yeah, so I was really trying to get Yoshi to take my password and use my Barrett Axeblade account because he's the tits, the top hat, and it's great, and it's really good for when you got nothing to do. Rain today, it's gonna rain tomorrow morning. I work outdoors in grass and mud, and so mud is not it does not help my work, and so that means I have a rain day. It's a good darn. Yeah. They tried to take me at base. Height, yeah. Go get them. Yay, pray for you. All right. Well, Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for yesterday. Pray to be with Amy as she goes to her concert. Calm her nerves. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. And yeah, I got hit again. What was that? Saturday night. Yeah, last Saturday night. And they took down this channel. But that only lasted a day because I was modding on Central Happenings when I got taken out. So someone just flagged me there as opposed to the concerted flag, which is what happened the other times. Woohoo! Singing back up in my husband's band. It's gonna be the most fantastical time. If I could carry a tune, I would be a singer too. But I'm not. I can carry a tune for like 4 seconds. Yeah, I'm pretty good for prayers anytime. Anytime you need a prayer. Wow, yeah, I know how to pray. It's something I've learned. Learn to share it, not just keep it to myself. Try to base everything off the Lord's Prayer, but just word it personally so that it happens for that person as opposed to just the general for you the congregation kind of thing. Come on. Nope. Someone don't like the light. So he'll come and get peace. He'll come and get all super cozy on my pillows. And then we go outside. Speaking of which, I don't need that open. And he'll go and lay on these rocks. They're like as big as my head, twice the size of my head, rocks. That's what he'll go and lay on. It's pretty crazy. I don't know if you have a topic. I can research anything. I can talk about anything. I'm an old man. I've done everything that I ever needed to do, and I'm surprised I'm not dead. Yeah. Oh, when I go at Star, when I go on Bellagio's stream, like he's 30 and Yoshi's 22, and of course they have opinions on on stuff, and they're chock full armed with all this. Yeah, I know. I'm like, you could be my son. I'm more than twice as old as you by a lot. And they're armed with all this information, just armed, roar, and of course they don't know how to apply it, and of course no one ever really wants to apply it. Storing male vitality, yeah, I used to do that, and but they always want to band together because they've been taught that, for the last 20 years, whereas in my day, 50 years ago, we weren't necessarily taught to band together. We were told to make it on our own. So, like, hey, go be a Scythian and you be the warrior, and you teach someone else to be a warrior, preferably your son. But even before you get to the point of having your son, like when I was 19, I was teaching 16-year-olds to be warriors to my level, which was small at that point. And and then and then you get your son, and then you can hand them off to someone that you trained, and we all were doing it individually, but we were all doing it. But now the thing that seems to be the deal is everyone wants to band together. Everyone's all like, community, community, and I'm like, no, you do it. You do it yourself. And when I traveled the country, I was flying all over the place, driving my Jeep everywhere, run, 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 jousting with people. No, I wasn't. and uh, and so one of the things to really feel for these guys is they really do feel a need for someone else to make the move. They're looking they're looking for Ben Kenobi to take them to uh, Chewbacca and Han Solo so they can be part of a little group. And then that little group will then go and become part of a large group, which is not a bad plan. But when you come across Ben Kenobi, first thing Ben Kenobi is doing is teaching Luke how to wield a lightsaber. I hate using that analogy because I have history books right there. A lot of history books. With a whole lot better, not a better storyline, but at least they're real examples. And that's one of the things is that, if your church isn't going to give you a partner to go out into the world and witness, then you just do it. And you go get beat up. You go lose your teeth. um, and and all of those terrible things. But for the most part, I felt pretty well protected. I was also I was also completely devoted to rescuing people. That was my gig, was rescuing people. And that to me, that was enough. I didn't die. Planned on dying, didn't die. So I feel for these guys, but a lot of them, they don't understand the concept because they've been told so many times in 1 Timothy 4:8 they're like, physical training is of little value, but that's not what those words say in the Greek. Physical training means going to the gym. Going to the gym does not mean going to our gyms nowadays. It means going to the Greek gym and wrestling and throwing spears and running marathons, or what, not everybody ran marathons, but it meant actual wartime training. Martial arts is what that meant. And that little value, that word little is not little. That word little is practical. I have a spoon. I also have a bowl. This is of little value. I cannot go and sell this to somebody else for $100. But it is very practical. And that is what that word means. It doesn't mean little value, it means it's practical. So therefore, what that actually translates out of is martial arts is practical. And then he says this verse is worth memorizing. Well, right before that, he says, but godliness is applicable for everything, which is completely true, and I cannot argue with that. But then he says, memorize this verse. Let's see here. I'm getting some other message somewhere else. I might come back. Doug. Huh. Oh, I got you. Yeah, spoon man, come together with your hands. And, but I lived by that. You know, that was just the way to do it. I can't point the camera toward all my martial art accoutrements. Nor do I want you to see my super messy room. Anyway, we'll try it. And that won't work otherwise. Yeah, I know. I have a huge giant loft. It's fantastic. I can actually play catch with my dog in the room. But these things are highly valuable. Just that. Just this with two hands. And then behind your back. And that's not very much weight. 5 kilograms is like 20 odd pounds. Oh, my dog brought me an extra ball. How about that? Make yourself a nice little axe. Practice, practice, practice. And this doesn't require another person, obviously. But it sure is. It sure is rewarding. And you make yourself a little dagger. Mark out all the little places where you know that you're supposed to be holding it, so that when you do go to hold it in different grips, you know what you're doing. And a punching bag. You can't get harmed. I mean, obviously you can get harmed. I've been harmed. But yeah, there's a lot of room in here. Ah. He can bring back 2 balls. Come on. Come on. Come on. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Good boy. Come on. He's all like, what's up with that? Come on. There we go. That's a good dog. But then you just go and do. You know, it's a difficult thing to go and do. And people are like, rah. But not everyone's like that. But it does seem that there's a whole lot of people that really feel like they really need to be part of a gang as opposed to just getting into the mix. Anyway, well, I don't really have a lot to talk about unless I'm prompted. Then I can talk forever. I just finished all my preaching. I'm like a lone wolf that can't sit still. Yeah. Are you in a city? It is really, it's much more difficult in where I live now than it was anywhere else I ever lived. Even on foot, I could go places before, but now it's 2+ miles to go anywhere on foot. I can go across the street to the grocery store. Um, but there's nothing, but there's nobody to, there's no hang there. 6 miles on foot just to get to a dog friendly store. You're on a dirt road. Yeah. Vancouver. I lived in Seattle, which was cool ish. Well, I lived in, we're going to get, I lived a lot of places. I'm going to start getting names confused. Uh, Duck, duck, goose. Where the beavers are. Ballard. There we go. Lived in Ballard. Nice. Is Vancouver south or north? Oh, isn't Vancouver like Vancouver Island? Well, isn't all of Washington north of Portland? But I understand you mean it just north of it. Yeah, near the nuclear power plant, if I'm remembering correctly. I could be wrong, but the nuclear power plant, that's just north of Portland because Portland's on the border to Washington. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just 10 minutes. All right. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So I passed through Vancouver twice, 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. 3 times so far. First time I was taking this heroin addict who was really just bugging the crap out of my neighborhood, and he had done some crazy robbery, and he came to my Pizza Hut, and I was all like, dude, come back in an hour when I get off work, and we'll go and have fun. And I totally drove him to the middle of Oregon, to the middle of some state park, and dropped him off. And I told him, don't come back. Oh, he was pissed. I let him drive like half the way there, too. And he was totally super duper high. Uh, yeah, that was some crazy times, but whatever. And then I had to drive back, and then I had to work. Oh man, I was tired. But he was gone. He had some grand plan about us, like going and robbing some bank somewhere. I just agreed with him the whole time. Oh yeah, dude, we'll go rob that bank. He's set for life. Pulled Brody's in front of Tacoma's courthouse. Just spinning the donuts right there. Went parked pretty much right across the street at Denny's as all the cops came, threw my keys underneath my Jeep. They came in, and I was like, doo-doo-doo. I don't know anything at all. But that's what you do when you're trying to get someone away from your neighborhood who is an admitted terrible person. As you go and you take them out into the middle of the wilderness and you drop them off at State Park. You're like, here, now figure out what you're going to do. Because up to that point, he'd just been making his life, doing all the bad stuff. And I figured, well, State Park, people are going to be a whole lot more wary of strangers. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but I don't like to call the cops. That's not my bit. I don't like to call the cops. No. Call an ambulance, but that's even then if I can't handle it. I totally just thought I saw laser in here, but no, I did not. Is it really that much more worse? Let's see. That was 2002, 2003 when I lived in Ballard. I worked from Ballard, North Seattle, all the way down to White Center. The White Center is quite a bit more north than the border, that's for sure. But Seattle, Tacoma, SeaTac, that's what they call it, SeaTac, is that hub right there. Oh, yeah. I pointed him over to, there's uh, a club of bikers that were cruising along. And I was all like, these guys might appreciate you, man. Oh, but maybe he went and convinced them to go rob a bank, and he's like living in the Bahamas now. I don't know. I just knew that he was not going to be continuing to harass and hang out. Get your grandbabies to bed. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm just here for waiting for somebody else. Come on, Yoshi. Get it together at midnight. But you have a good night, Star. Oh, look at that one. Oh, yeah. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. Brisbois, where do you hail now? No, not necessarily where, but your general location. Are you moving from The east to the west, or just west to more west? You're moving from the west to the east? Are you moving to Vancouver Island? Isn't that some like crazy build your own world place? Toronto, Toronto. World map is on the other side of my room. Toronto is in the middle compared to Montreal. Oh, you've been out west for 10 years. I didn't even get to the rest of your sentence. You've been out there for 10 years. All right, you know what's going on then. The West Coast is the best coast. It's really not too bad out there. So far, yeah, right. Yeah, Buffalo is close to Toronto, right? I was in Vermont, which is close to Montreal, before I moved to New York. I moved to Syracuse, lived there for a year and a half, and then went over to Seattle. I would totally agree that the West Coast is better. I like Vermont a lot, not like New York. Excuse me. Um, but there's extra reasons for not liking New York than just that. So that's my own. That's my own issue. Florida, right on. I lived in Orlando for a while. I lived everywhere. I have set foot in all 48 contiguous states of America and been to Canada and Mexico. That's almost like 50, right? Were you near Orlando? Excuse me, Orlando? Or are you further south? Because there's either like the Panhandle, Orlando, or further south. That's just kind of the way it works. Sarasota. Mm, I know the name. I don't know the location. Is that Panhandle? I should have a binocular. So my map is right there. Ugh. But it's on the far side of the room. Tampa. Oh, way south. Okay. Well, that's got to be nice. Yeah, on the inside. Oh, yeah. That's some beautiful. That's a beautiful place. I don't particularly like Florida, but I mean, aside from time I spent in Orlando, but that was I was a raver back then. That was 1992, and that was a beautiful year for me. Goodness gracious, 1992. On the run from the DEA. All I did was hop rave to rave to rave to rave to rave. I was dancing 3, 4 nights a week, at least 3 nights a week, more than likely 4 nights a week. I owned a Denny's. Like I didn't own it, but you know what I was like, I own this Denny's. It was awesome. I went back. 10 years later, when my brother got married, and I and the hotel room was at that Denny's, which was next to where, which is the Denny's that I quote unquote owned, and two people showed up that knew me from 10 years earlier, and 30 people showed up to say hi to me again 10 years later. They're like, it's one thing to get a whole bunch of likes on your device. You post a comment and 10 people like your comment. It's another thing to have 30 people show up at your Denny's and you just take it over again. They brought in like my old girlfriend girl who to become a complete, and she had devolved. And they had to like reintroduce her to me. I felt so bad for her. I was like, Susan. And she's like, I don't know who you are. She's so scared. But yeah, my brothers. So my brother and I had the same hotel room. I asked him to come with me. Yeah, oh yeah. It gets better. This is all true. I had asked him, I was all like, hey, dude, you don't have a bachelor party. Come with me down to Denny's. I might meet some people I know. But he didn't want to do that. Outside of his room that night, well, we were having this gargantuan party at Denny's. A dude stabbed a cop on his doorstep, on our doorstep, because we were sharing a room. And all of Altamont's finest, there was hundreds, no, 70s. There was so many cop cars, sheriff cars, 2 helicopters, because the guy got away. Dude, just we're all in there. I'm like, wow, this reminds you of anything, guys? And yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then of course the night ended, and I had to go home. Back to the hotel room, and my brother slept through the whole thing. They still had the parking lot. Oh, absolutely, Madhouse. They still had the parking lot all taped off. Right outside of his door was taped off. And I'm all like, this is my room. I had to hold up my keys, and I'm like, oh, crap. Oh, it was trash. It was great. So, like, I kind of want to remind him about it sometimes. Like, do you remember that night you slept through the murder of a cop outside your door on your wedding night? Or the night before your wedding? But I don't do that. Because he's got enough problems. Yeah, totally crazy life. Totally, I've loved everything that I've done, except for all the degenerate shit that I did. But even the degenerate shit I did, I don't really. Everything was always for the greater good. And I don't mean like the greater good of the people. I mean the greater good of someone else. And it's just like trying to rescue people. It's a hard thing to do. It's not easy. Hey, there you are. I thought I saw you like 30 minutes ago. I even commented on it. What up? So what was the deal with your the cat and your stick? Was that guy like bossing you around or something? Or is he threatening your walking stick? I mean, it's a 4-second video, so I don't know. He's not exhausted. He's just pretending to sleep. He's all like, oh no. As soon as you get up, I'm gonna follow you around. What we're really doing is we're looking for Yoshi in the next 8 minutes to Maul, Maul, you gonna kick his ass? He's got a mature voice. Well, granted, we're old guys, so yeah. Well, I'm hoping that Yoshi, at midnight his time, um, that his champagne channel will kick in. Uh, but I don't know. Oh, okay. He's all right. He's as old as the guys in chat. Gotcha. Do you ever feel like a grandpa in chat? We're like, oh, they just don't know. But they're learning. That's what the deal is. Yeah. I felt young until I was 46. Totally didn't didn't know how old I was. I was surprised. My friends were surprised that I was 10 years older than them, 12 years older than them, and then moved to North Carolina. And I got old. And I let my cotton get burned the first day that I put it in. So now I got to keep. I have no great testicle hairs. I haven't looked. I don't know. That's too funny. I haven't looked. This is the crying shame. You can't really see here. This used to be red. Well, but it never was long when it was red. I didn't start letting it grow until it got white, gray, whatever color this is, white, I guess. And all of that was all red. My hair was brown. My eyebrows were red. They're still kind of a little bit red. Nah, arm hairs are all blonde. I'm a total mutt. I know it. I'm a mutt. So did you uh laser excuse me. I should just shut that. I think Trudeau's a I thought he was getting busted like 2 weeks ago. That was like what was coming across my feeds. John Doe, rock and roll. Hi. All right. Wow, we got all the North Canadian people in here. Just goodness gracious. There's a whole bunch of North Americans and Canadians and well, a bunch of Northerners. Snick Levelin. I don't know a Snick Levelin. Oh yeah, I even have the Kymry laws on my computer here because if you fly a flag for a country in an enclosed room, you have diplomatic immunity. Did you know that? You have diplomatic immunity if you fly a flag of a different country in a closed room. You are only bound by their laws and not by American laws. I got the Kymry laws in here and the old Kymry laws, like from the in essence the 1400s in essence. And so you can kill your brother, but you can't steal, which is all right. I'm down with that. And you're entitled to all kinds of like really cool how you say in English, juries. Yeah. uh did you what? I don't remember. That was nope, lost that one. I have to go back in time to find that out. Yeah, the archers. The Welsh, the archers with their little black arrows. That's from all my Robin Hood stuff. I've been collecting Robin Hood ever since I was a wee lad. A really big fan of Robin Hood. Really love shooting my bow. I threw my ashes a couple of weeks ago. Old Soul! Old Soul is how you say an artiste. A table artiste. You pretty happy with your recent table? See, look at what's up with all of these late night New Englanders and Canadians being up at night. Scarf, come on. Hey, come here. There's a girl. Come on. Do you want a snack? Here. 2 a.m. You're further east than me? Come here. I didn't realize that you were further east than me. Oh, I hear you. Right. Yeah, we had the rain today. My forecaster on my computer did not predict it. So I woke up to rain, not to going to work. Really ticked me off. Some fierce. Oh, which reminds me to laser. Is your snow melting? That was what my question was, because Vermont is just suffering. Just suffering. Right? Uh-huh. Scarf, you're supposed to be on the camera. It's like, no. Okay, something just happened. There we go. I really didn't think you were that much. I didn't know there was another hour to the east of Maine. I'm waiting for the rest of Maggie's statement. Yeah, that's one here. Yeah, around the same time frame. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Oh, that's a cat that I need to remember his name. Oh, I lost so many people that I was subbed to because I can't remember the names because they don't post all the time. There's a swordsman in Newfound, Newfoundland. There we go. Who does bottle cutting that I really enjoy watching. He does knife reviews. Poppy Picker. There we go. I'll just put it in my phone instead. Poppy Picker. He's a cool uh, YouTube guy. Poppy Picker. He's part of the sword community. Yeah, I totally noticed that there's less pollen in the air down here when it's moist, like today. Yesterday, it was disgusting. I love Renaissance festivals. Sterling, Sterling, New York. I gotcha. Oh goodness, it's the one that I. It's the one. It's one of the ones that I have not worked. Oh, but I understand that they're pretty strict. I really wanted to go there. I'm into the strict. I'm into the strict Renaissance festival where your voice has to be correct. You cannot be having the wrong voice. Yeah. Although I'm sure, like when I went to the North Carolina one, which is the same company that puts on the Arizona one, which is the other one that I worked for years. Uh, there was a whole lot more fantasy elements uh, than I was ready for comparatively. Glad for it, for definite, for sure, but surprised at the same time. But all I ever got to do was walk camels and take care of 70 head of cattle or livestock of llamas, camels, goats, and livestock. Oh man, there was no free time for me there, which was a lot different. Well, yeah, the party stream was Central Happenings Network, CHN, Central Happenings Network on the YouTube. And normally we all, when the guy's name is Bellagio, when Bellagio ends, then we jump over to Yoshi's stream. It sounds like total nonsense. But anyway, so another guy that's on Central Happenings Network normally picks up the slack. He's in Minnesota, and he's just a fan. He's got the voice, he's got the songs, he's got the 4chan, the 8chan, and all. He's really just he's a fantastic cat. But his two of his channels have been taken down. Like my channel was taken down. He was the other person that week that had their channel. Well, not the other, but one of the others. Yeah, I know. I'm like, yay, I'm stepping up. um, and so I offered Yoshi access to my other channel, like give him my password and all that. Um, but was hoping that he would be streaming now. I don't have a way to check that. Yes, I do, because I have Windows. I forgot. I was hoping that his channel ban, well, that's really not technically correct, would end at midnight his time, which is 8 minutes ago now. Um, well, based, are you on Stevie Champagne? Yeah, Stevie Champagne. Stevie space Champagne. Snowy Days is live though. Oh, and he's with Stevie. Everybody here. Dun, dun, dun. This is the new place to go right now. Dun, 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 dun. I'll post the link and then we'll say good night and everybody can go there and meet everybody else. And since you're all a bunch of good nor'easters, come on, play. Um, I'm sure you will find warm welcome and much fun. Okay, and this is just gonna take forever to load. Wee, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Go, 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 machine. Uh, well, hi. There's music. Okay, there we go. Snowy days always. And I'll post the link in just a second. I know you can't hear what I'm hearing. Okay, wait, maybe not. What's going on? Hey, uh, I'm sending a half a dozen people here. Are you on? Oh, goodness gracious. Slow computer. Okay, there's this. Maybe. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know what's happening because my computer is so insanely slow. Insanely slow. Insanely slow. Who's it all? You're it all. Um, I don't know. Two watching now. I don't know really what they're doing. This is not like what I was thinking it was going to be. Copy. Wow, playing two things at once really Minecraft. How are you? Well, I totally spelled that wrong. Champagne. Okay. I don't know what they're doing, but maybe they'll chat. Ow, it's so loud. Ching ching. Yeah, that's a pretty bizarre thing right there. Anyway, a big